Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I didn't have loads of time to prep this, but the game is afoot. France versus Australia is round one of the Nations Cup, and for those wondering, it's CTF. The game has only just started, so here we see from the camel corner that it's already quite hectic. For those wondering what the beep does round one mean, we have the Swiss system, so that means that if you lose 3 matches, you are out of the Nations Cup. But on the other hand, it also means that you will face off against, after this round, for instance, let's say that France will lose, France will face off against another country that has lost its first match. So you get closer and closer to your own skill tree rather than groups, which could be a group of death or not. In the meantime, it's already 2-0, and during my explanation 1 minute has passed. So let's add some audio to the mix, and we have Bray, Keon, ZMB, Simca and Biddle on the red side representing France, and on the blue side representing Australia we find Shans, Howler, Devo, Inepti and Dabidoo. Also on the sub bench we find Slide and Hypers, this is CTF, a mode in which Australia has pretty much no chance, unfortunately. This Swiss system also means that we will have a winner at the end of this match. So we could go to nice double tap on the helmet there by Dabidoo. Unfortunately, he got fragged there by ZMB, who in return takes out another 2 of the Australian players and runs the flag. Very nice bit of action there. Definitely worth a highlight reel. Well, except for that. But it was worth a highlight reel from our resident movie maker. That would be Rocket. I hope the audio is a little bit less echoey for you guys. It's definitely less echoey for me, which is really strange in this room. This is the first time, and to be honest, I have mattresses around me to make it less echoey, which is kind of strange, but it works. Ever since moving to this house, I never really was able to get my sound the way I wanted it. ZMB in possession of the flag, getting some support from Bray, but okay, well, yeah, Bray opts for the camel corner area, and a nice run there and brings it home. The next map will be Austria Team Survivor, and I'm really looking forward to that. In the meantime, though, I have to remember that I am the GTV cameraman, and that's something that I often forget. And let me see if I can also see your chat, and there we go. Okay. So, for those wondering, this is the first match that I've shoutcasted in this Nations Cup, but other matches have already been played. We find Germany versus Poland has already been played, and the Polish have won that 2-0, so that's very good. The very first match of this Nations Cup was between Turkey and UK, which was played 5 days ago already. UK won that, and Turkey is the super sub, for those wondering. We weren't certain if who was going to be the 16th country, but in this case it was Turkey, which is great to have them back. It will be a little bit lower skilled nation than we've seen Turkey play previous years, but the more the merrier is my motto. But also I think the last time we had Turkey was 5 years ago or something like that. Another match has been played, and that's in the South American side. No, I'm just kidding, there's not a specific side, but it was Mexico versus Colombia, and the Colombians won that in overtime. So, or I say overtime, in the third map. Oof, rough. Bray can't connect to his teammate. Been training too much and connecting with the opponent, and that's a nice start again. Howler coming in from behind and will not be able to interrupt the rest of the French push that much. Keon takes 2 out full, so Davo and Howler together with Shans, but Shans also out full, will have it all to do. But surprisingly, they managed to hold onto their flag. Nice nade by ZMB, straight at the feet of Inepti. So I'm curious for those here now, is there also a difference for you in sound quality from my mic? Oh yeah, of course there's a 2-minute delay, so I can't really communicate smoothly with you guys. So Biddle coming in to save their flag, or the day. Not yet in double figures here for the French, but it's looking like it will definitely go that way. Shan still alive, takes out Biddle. Nice defense, but unfortunately Keon was there to counter, and now Shans is out full. Nice hits here by Keon. There's another match this evening, by the way, for those wondering. In fact, there's 2 matches this evening. Let me quickly see if I can get that information in front of me. We find Nordic versus Belgium at 9 o'clock. I hope that they can delay that by 30 minutes or so, and then I might be able to shoutcast it. I have a online Skype pub quiz that I've actually organized with some friends, which is really cool. And later this evening at 10:30, we find Argentina versus Italy. And if you've been living under a rock, we also have started, announced I should say, a 2v2 tournament. That will be next weekend, in which the prize money, as in all the donations and subscriptions that we reach between now and then on this channel, will go to the winner, or say all, I mean 50%. All of the information can be found on Urban Zone. We might have an exciting reason to only do 50%, but we're looking into that, and I'm not going to spoil it and promise things that might not happen. And if we don't use it for that intended reason, then we will use it for future events. Because our idea is just like Knockout, and unfortunately we didn't do it each week yet, but after this week we'll do a weekly #StayHome event. So I guess that after next weekend we'll have another Knockout, and then maybe another 2v2 tournament. Something like that is the idea, just to keep you guys entertained during this COVID-19 drama, pretty much. Howler hoping to die here, but nope, will be taken out full by Dabidu. So a bit of a one-sided affair here, and we have another 10 minutes coming your way. Hopefully the Australians can perform a little bit better on the red side. Obviously the red side does have a significant advantage. Hey Snow PT9. An 11 a.m. match. Well, it's 12 p.m. or well, yeah, whatever it's called. It's 12:30 here in the afternoon. Hey, Tacito. It's not quarantine in this case. It's more like the time zone difference between France and Australia. 28 seconds remaining here. Yes, it's the first map, Itacito. And there's a 2-minute delay in my responding to you, so I'll just reply in chat. So ZMB with 1% remaining, is going to crawl this flag back, or not. Wow, so much hate for CTF. It's definitely a bad mode if you haven't if you haven't trained, if you don't know how to play this mode. So 15-0 for France on this first half. That's quite, yeah, one-sided, I guess is the nicest way of putting it. And I'm sure that Austria Team Survivor will bring us a lot more entertainment. Let me see if I can quickly fix my... let's see. And then reload. Okay, so that seems fixed it. Okay, so now I can see your chat a little bit easier. So yeah, let's go back to that 2v2 tournament because I didn't really get to explain all of it. So next Wednesday at 12 o'clock, we will... the sign-ups will open. That's April 15th, and that's 12 o'clock European summertime for those that are really keen. You need a team of at least 2 people, obviously, since it's a 2v2. And it's limited to 16 teams. It's going to be a 2-day event in the afternoons, by the way, so that we don't interrupt you guys in, well, either the evenings, in which you shouldn't really have a lot of plans aside from gaming, but I don't want to interrupt the Nations Cup with that. So it's, the idea is in the afternoons we will have that 2v2 tournament. In the first... let me see if I can get the information in front of me. Yeah, there we go. On Saturday, we will have most of the first round events. It's going to be a double knockout, by the way. So winners bracket and losers bracket will be played pretty much nearly all of Saturday. And then the semifinals and the quarterfinals of the semifinals of the winners bracket and the quarterfinals of the losers bracket will commence on Sunday. And then we will have a winner. Somebody already approached me saying, "Hey guys, I want to sponsor the event," which is really cool. So he was thinking of putting $50 towards it. If there are people that don't want to donate or because of that 50% clause, I'm flexible. So just tell me if you want to earmark it only for this event. Then that's fair enough. Then I will take that into account. There are some stretch goals. So if you also donate, you can either not sign up with the plebs, so you can have a guaranteed spot. That sort of stuff. You can all find it on urban-zone.org. Australia picking Austria, yep. Pretty standard JCon RV, but it's also pretty standard that France chooses Algiers versus Australia. Might as well make use of your strengths. Oh yeah, click, sorry, forgot about that. So, a good position here for Australia. They have the French on the back foot, or they had the French on the back foot, but they're falling back a little bit. And now it seems like France are going to turtle up here for at least this round. Oh, a flank there by Biddle, but he took some damage, so he's down to 34%. Now, the rest of Australia, because a flanker is really interrupting you. Most times are preoccupied with at least 2 players to counter a flanker. Ooh, ZMB just crossing that corner before taking shots. And manages to bring it home. So, nice. Very accurate there by Inepti. Bray shouldn't have preoccupied himself with that person there at box. Just focus on camel corner. In the meantime, we've also surpassed the 1,337 mark, so lead amount of followers here on the channel. Really appreciate that support, guys. Nicely done, Simca, but unfortunately all of them are respawned in time. Might want to reload. And his position is obviously now given away to Howler, who counters immediately. Good communication there on the Australian side. Austrian side. Long time ago that we had an Austrian team. In fact, I can only remember an Austro-Hungarian team. Bit of lag here for Simca. It's probably an American server that they're playing on. Let's have a look at the scores. In fact, yeah, there we see all of them high pinging. Hard to find a good server for both of these countries. Oh, atrocious aim. Well, no, I shouldn't say aim, I should say spread. His aim was on point. Good choice there by the French, just dying. I'm really rooting for the Australians to at least make one cap. I am following Simca the whole time, sorry about that. No chance here, trying what he can to get out of spawn, but no such luck. All of Australia are dead. Biddle might take some shots. Nice shot in the leg, but not going to stop his stride. Hey OJ Rocks, thanks very much for that compliment. I wish I was the best shoutcaster ever, but hell, maybe I'm the best Urban Terror shoutcaster. And even that doesn't really feel correct, since we've had Jehar shoutcasting as well as Oswald. Nicely done there by Davo, taking out Bray with his last shot of the Glock. Now Bill coming in from behind. And again, the communication on the Australian side is on point. But they could have run that. So this could be a good possibility here for the Australians to run the flag, but let's see if we can find Davo. He's down to 5%. Wow, Simca, that was a very late reaction. And all of them are dead. Incoming nades, that's a little bit early. That one's also incredibly early. Simca not paying much attention to the respawn clock. But then again, if you're leading, what is it now, 22-0? No, sorry, 19-0. Yeah, it's strange. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't really agree with the Australian tactic. They seem to be sending two across the square here. So one of them always exits through here and another one goes for the full flank. That means that you either have, well, either you're forcing your opponent to flank, or sorry, I was reading chat. So that means that you're either sending or forcing your opponent to flank against you, or you're leaving the rest of your teammates to fend for themselves with the most direct route. And that's what seems to be happening, at least now. And of course, it is the best quote-unquote tactic to get at least one cap. But yeah, that's not the way you're going to win maps. And what OJ is saying just now in Twitch chat, the Aussies are just warming up. That is the case, because they have, well, pretty much no chance against this team in CTF. What's that about? Okay. So 1 minute remaining here. Nice position there. I didn't spot him. And it doesn't look like the Aussies are going to get that one cap at the moment. People playing with a freaking silenced AK. That's not something you see every day. Oh, ZMB, the troll there. Oh yeah, wait a second. Let me see if I can show you ZMB's perspective. For some reason, yeah, there we go. I mean, all that he's showing was his helmet. I mean, look, this is Urban Terror. He's aiming into a box and he's still being able to shoot. Not criticizing the game. Obviously, I've been playing this game for far too long, but GG, well, yeah, I guess you could call it GG, but from my perspective, that was just a warm-up, as OJ said. Okay, so going to take a quick break. We'll be back in, I guess, a minute or so. See you then. Okay, the guys that were listening live, you could probably hear me stumble into my room. Left my microphone on. Anyway, let's see. They are about to ready up, so let's go into the server. As we can see, we're just waiting for the Australians to ready up. And we see that Davo has subbed in, or I should say subbed out, and Biddle has left the building. Let me just take a quick drink. Let me see, are there any other subs? No, it doesn't seem to be... What? They're discussing in chat? Interesting. So, for some reason, I don't know how I came here, but in CTF, that is a playable spot. In Team Survivor, it certainly isn't. It's going to be interesting to see if there's also going to be some sniping. Euros pick CTF against non-Euros is a hate scrim. I understand your perspective. Oh yeah, you guys have these channel points nowadays. Yeah, I really like that actually, especially it allows everybody to make use of the sub functions. Anyway, the game is afoot, as they say. Let's add some audio to the game, and we can see that poor old central building is being naded to bits. Out comes Keon, and Keon dies to Inepti, but he's down to 9%. Bray is playing with an SR8, and will take out 2 in quick succession with that lovely P90. Now it's Inepti with 4% versus ZMB with 3, and Bray with, well, the same. But unfortunately, they have a med kit. Otherwise, I would have given Inepti a chance, but this time around, with a Desert Eagle, no SR8, this is 1-0 to France, I'm calling it. So let's see if the next round will bring us a little bit. The first round for Australia would be nice after losing all of them in CTF, if you can call them rounds. We can see that the SR8 is being put to use. Not good use yet, but use. Simka gets the opening kill, but dies himself as well. France has the upper hand here. Dabidoo does have full health, but is going to be flanked here. Yeah. I should be focusing on this area. Now let's see if there's going to be a French push. There we go. And unfortunately the SR8 did not connect, and ZMB pushes all the way through, but into the Glock of Hypers. Hypers gets another kill. Very nicely done there by Hypers, especially. He carried his team in that situation, stopping the French push, and it's 2-1. So let's hope that we have, I wanted to say a match on our hands, but I should say a map on our hands. Nice nade by Howler, still landing on Slide. I don't think Slide noticed that, since Howler was still shooting at him at the same time. Nice distraction. And in comes Howler. Avoids the nade. Now he'll need some support here. Inepti coming for the flank, nicely done Inepti. Now Bray and ZMB are the last ones standing, pushing into Dabidoo. Now it's Bray versus... Oh no! Oh my god, Bray! Well, that is the danger of that SR8. The Australians were going to make it 2-0, and then all of a sudden Bray finds himself with an SR8 in his hands. Zooms in, and that was all she wrote. Now let's see if Hypers and Bray can give us a little bit of an SR8 battle here. Keon pushing through. Keon still alive, gets 3 kills this round. And ZMB will get the last 4-1. Hope you guys don't mind, but I have my lunch here, so I'm going to have a quick bite. Nothing worse than hearing people eat, in my opinion, but need to keep my energy up. Anyway. The Australians have a man advantage, not longer though. In fact, they placed themselves in a very tough spot. And no medkit. But neither do the French. They do still have that bloody SR8 in the hands of Bray. And it looks like they are going to be pushing tunnels into Bray. Oh, come on, Shans, focus on medding. Bray with 10%. Nicely done, Chance. Great. A lot of damage has been done to the French, but not a lot of kills just yet. Bray missing. That's not something you see often. Missing again. And the flank. In come the rest. And ZMB, yeah, will die there to Inepti. Sorry, I was trying to look from his perspective. Bray this time does secure the opening frag, taking out Inepti, the top fragger of the Australians. And in come the rest of France through tunnel. No nades, unfortunately, to counter them. Now Howler trying. Well, quite the opposite of a rock star, to be honest, having my lunch live on air. ZMB is a streamer, but he's not streaming... Well, he might be streaming this on his own channel, I don't know. You'll be hearing a lot of Zut alors and oh, très bien on his stream. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for asking, Trabazinho. Very good question. Unfortunately, there's a 2-minute delay before you hear my answer. But this is Team Survivor, as in whichever team has one person surviving at the end of the round wins the round. It's quite easy. But it can end in a draw because there's also a timer. So there's 2.5 minutes each round, or whenever the team a team has died. Oh, a little bit of lag, and in come the rest of the Aussies, putting some French shrimp on the Barbie here. And a flawless victory, and all of a sudden, guys, we have a match on our hands. Great! It's all square, 5-5, 13 minutes remaining. And let's hope that the Australians win this so that we go to a third and deciding map here. Especially nice to be shoutcasting in the afternoon. I love it. Very interesting how different people look at different game types. Ah, talking woodland beast. Here to rekindle your interest in urban terror, I hope. That's good to see. Glad to see so many people finding this game again. And in the meantime, the Aussies are on a roll here. They are leading now for the second time if you count that they're 2-0 ahead. But it's great to see the Aussies lead now and showing the French who's boss. The French dominance, even though they did win the last Nations Cup, it's the French dominance that they used to have is at least gone, which is great. I mean, it's nice to have at least the French still be a very good contender. It's a good question, Kaitek, if it's going to be a bomb after this. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, obviously, the French like objective-based modes against the Australians, but I have a sneaking suspicion that we might go to Team Survivor. But we'll have to wait and see if we go to a third and decider, that is. But here, oh yeah, sorry guys, I forget that I don't have GTV. Somebody saying it's steak on the Barbie. Yeah, well. French frogs on the Barbie, how about that? Or French snails? Or is it going to be Australian lamb on the Barbie? Yeah, that's right, cameras. The French don't seem to have an answer at all. And thanks for focusing on the game, because my focus was kind of gone and focused more on the chat. So thanks for helping me with that. Nice move here by Shans. Gets the kill in the end, but yeah, ZMB knew where to find Shans in the end, and with 15% remaining, no chance to do that quick flick and the double tap on this helmet. So after losing, I think, 6 rounds in a row, the French win one back. Keon back on a roll here with still most of his health remaining. Will get a 3rd kill as well. Can't get that 4th, but Shans and Hypers were last one standing. Now it's Hypers all alone in Central, and Simca will finish it off. Very nicely done. And now all of a sudden the French back in it. It's funny to see how this game can go. 2 against 2 here. Dabidoo. Oh no, that was his last chance at a little bit of a medic. And they were both low. Well, Bray wasn't, unfortunately, but yeah, well played. How are they going to push here through? No, he's not going to push wall. That's surprising, because now, especially if the French push through tunnel, well, they haven't dedicated themselves to one side just yet. Inepti from Central, I think it was. Hyper's not pushing just yet, and in comes the push now. And of course, the curse of the commentator. I was hoping for Hypers to get a kill, so following the wrong person. So after being all square at 8-8, now we find the Australians back in the lead again. But we still have 8.5 minutes remaining here. A lot happening there at wall once more. But it's just been a simple exchange of kills. So 4 against 4 now. Keon back on fire. It's funny to see. Keon, it's either hit or miss. As in, either he kills half of the team or he kills nobody. And I think after this we were going to have a little bit of a deep dive in the kill and deaths, because I see one person who is kind of dragging his feet. Slide here with 5 kills and 15 deaths. That's rough. And the rest of Australia are pretty much either, well, there's only one person who has more deaths than kills. So it's unlucky for the Australians, to be honest. What that also means, obviously, is that either they win with rarely taking a death. Oh, nice try, Keon. So score-wise, they should be leading by a lot more. And now the French back in the lead. That's 2 for Bray. And 3 for Bray. He killed Dabidu in the end there as well. Nicely done. Bit of a field nade there. Oh, lovely! Straight in the face of Keon! Now ZMB to counter. Gets 2 kills. Can't get the third. Nicely done, Chance. So, we still have a match on our hands. It's just a little bit too close to call just yet. Let's see if we can give the Esserators a little bit of attention. Fuck's sake, Hypers. ZMB pushing on Hypers. Good push there. The French escaping the flanking maneuver of the Australians and in fact turning it around rather than having one person less than the Australians. They now have a man advantage. Now it's all on the shoulders of Chance and Howler. Oh, interesting. Oh, a butt and helmet shot, and Keon will clean it up. Well, attempt. Very well done there by the French. That might be a pivotal round, to be honest. Now Bray taking out Chance, which is not the best of starts. The French are really good at keeping their man advantage, but less good at turning it around. But whenever they do, this is the result. Leading by 3 rounds now. Great positioning there by Howler. But the rest of his team have to... Oh no! Oh, come on! That was so close! Yeah, I'm not rooting for one team. Not at all. Bray going for an aggressive push here with the SR8. And gets a headshot. Jesus Christ. And gets a second kill as well. Well, let's see if he can get a third. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh no. It's slowly but surely getting away from the Aussies. So much for a third and decider. Australians have to play aggressive now. If they want to get back in it in time. Oh, how did the French still manage to win that? Unfortunately, I'm afraid we probably have to call it. Well played, France. Unfortunately, we're not going to a third and decider, even though, from my perspective, we the viewers at least deserved it. And I was looking forward to casting a little bit more for you lovely people. Since we had a lot of new people watching here, don't forget to hit that follow button. You'll get a message whenever we go live. Once more, take a look on urban-zone.org for more information regarding that 2v2 tournament that's going to be happening next weekend. And if you don't feel like playing, but do feel like being entertained by the best of the best, then tune in on Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon. It's still possible that the Aussies come back, but they have to go balls to the wall aggressive now. And it doesn't really look like they're doing that. So, still 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. We've seen bigger upsets, but I'd be surprised if the French managed to throw away 3 rounds. But this map is hard to hide on. Nicely done, Inept. He gets the kill in the end. And Simca and Slider, last one standing here. But these seconds are vital. Every second counts. 2 rounds the difference, and France, well, might be a little bit of squeaky bum time now. So after Algiers, CTF being a complete and utter walkover for the French, now the Aussies in the dying seconds of this game are going to show us who is the best at Austria Team Survivor. Oh yeah, come on! Come on, NFT, lovely! 16-15, boys, come on! All that I need to do is draw this, I think, and I think it's the first to win 2 maps. So, in that case... First opening kill, unfortunately going towards the French. And the French push here towards tunnel, into the hands of Hypers. Oh, GG, unfortunate there. Oh, well played, very well played. Okay, well, for those wondering, let me quickly give you a little bit of an insight. No, that's not it. Sorry, I'll have a look at it later. So, since this is the Swiss system here in at the Urban Zone Nations Cup number 23. That means that France won now, so they'll have to face off against another country next round that won as well. Australia lost now, so they'll face off against a country that lost. So that makes it more interesting the longer we continue. So that means that Australia might face off against Mexico, Germany, Turkey, or one of the others that's still coming our way. This evening at around 9 o'clock, hopefully a little bit later, there will be another streamed match on this channel. Don't forget to hit the follow button, and we'll be there to entertain you throughout this COVID-19 annoying blah. Anyway, stay safe, well, yeah, I know, stay safe, stay at home, that's it. Keep an eye out on Urban Zone. We're going to entertain you more, and thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to end with a little bit of a tradition here. It's called Spanish Flea. It's by Herb Albert, and this recording was played, I think, from the very first stream or shoutcast ever done by some guys called Oswald and forget the second name. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you with more Urban Zone Nations Cup number 23 action later on. Goodbye.